Every day, billions of dollars flow through the financial markets. But the most important moves aren't broadcast on cable news. They happen quietly, beneath the surface, as institutional money and corporate insiders position their massive capital. When corporate executives buy or sell large blocks of their own company's stock, federal law dictates they have to report it. They submit a public document called a Form 4, filed directly with the Securities and Exchange Commission. This creates what traders call insider volume. A CEO knows the true financial health of their company far better than an outside analyst. If an insider suddenly buys heavily into their own stock, they expect the price to go up. Here is the catch. These filings are completely free and public. Anyone can look them up. The problem isn't getting access to the information. The problem is how fast you can act on it. This graphic shows the traditional trading pipeline. Typically, a human analyst spends hours reading through thousands of these Form 4 filings, looking for actionable patterns. Once they locate one, they draft an alert and email it out to their newsletter subscribers. The subscriber then has to see the email, log into their retail brokerage account, and manually place the trade. Add up the human reading time, the writing time, and the execution time, and you get what the industry calls legacy friction. By the time a person actually clicks buy, 24 to 48 hours have passed. The opportunity is already gone. Operating on a 2-day delay means retail traders are entirely reacting to yesterday's news. This massive delay is what Affluentia Group, a Houston technology firm, engineered a system to bypass. They built Stealth XI, an autonomous platform designed to remove human biology and retail middlemen from the equation. Looking at this timeline comparison, you see the traditional 48-hour newsletter route up top in red. Below it, in blue, is the Stealth XI pipeline. The machine connects directly to the exchange and processes the exact same market signal in under 12 milliseconds. For context, it takes you 300 milliseconds just to blink. Operating roughly 1.76 million times faster than humanly possible completely restructures the trade. It takes the guesswork out of the entry, replacing it with a highly precise mathematical strike. This diagram outlines how that speed is achieved. Stealth XI uses a 5-agent swarm architecture. Think of it as an automated assembly line, where 5 specialized AI nodes process a single trade sequentially. The pipeline breaks down the sequence. First, the hunter detects an insider volume anomaly in under 5 milliseconds. The underwriter then calculates the risk-to-reward ratio to filter false signals in 3 milliseconds. Finally, the auditor secures the payload with cryptographic signing in under 1 millisecond. Finally, the order reaches the closer. This chart shows how it executes the trade, mapping precise mathematical ratios called Fibonacci grids to lock in the entry zone, target exit, and stop-loss levels. It routes the order in less than 2 milliseconds. Because the system sequentially verifies every parameter in a fraction of a second, the high execution speed never sacrifices the security of the trade. The machine acts instantly, executing without human emotion. But giving a machine the power to execute trades at this speed raises an obvious question. How do you ensure the system doesn't make a rogue decision and wipe out a portfolio? This schematic details the platform's 5th node, the governor. It acts as an absolute overseer, maintaining a deterministic kill switch. If a trade does not pass all 4 rigorous validation pillars perfectly, the system simply will not execute. Stealth XI runs autonomously, operating strictly inside a defined, impenetrable mathematical cage constructed by human logic. This dashboard highlights the specific targets the swarm is designed to monitor. It focuses purely on 3 highly liquid, correlated commodity markets: gold, silver, and copper. Instead of watching a single asset in isolation, the swarm continuously cross-references all 3 markets at exactly the same time. This allows it to identify massive capital flows moving through the broader economic complex. Securing a millisecond execution advantage across the world's most heavily traded metals establishes a mathematical edge that a human trader typing on a keyboard simply cannot compete against. Access to this institutional-grade infrastructure is strictly guarded. This diagram shows the proprietary Voice AI frontline. Interested users must call in and be evaluated first by Gigi, a Tier 1 qualification agent, before crossing the threshold to speak with Adam, the Tier 2 closing system. As shown in this comparison, modern market participants face a stark choice. You can stay on the legacy path, waiting 2 days for an email newsletter to tell you what big money did yesterday. Or you can integrate with the sovereign wealth generator. The financial markets have evolved past the speed of human reaction. The future belongs to those empowered by machines.